Hey, party people, how y'all doing? My name is Jeremy. You may know me as Jamaliah Plays Games, or you just know me as Jeremy, and that's fine. Or you can call me Jeremy too, because there's another Jeremy on here. Well, today I'm going to be playing solo Gùgōng, which is published by Game Brewer. You may have also gotten it from TMG as well. Came out in 2018 at the end. I first played it in 2019. Um, also have this Pànjūn expansion, which Game Brewer was very kind to send it to me. This is not a paid live situation here. This is just me loving the game, and I love Game Brewer. I reached out to them, and they were very kind enough to send me a prototype to play for you today. So we're gonna go ahead and go through the solo rules. Now, trust me, these rules are in prototype form. I will be kind of like looking back and forth to make sure I got this stuff down perfectly, and I'll try at least. But I'm sure there'll be some upkeep issues that I bump into, and I'll be kind of referring to the rules as we go along. But yeah, it looks pretty good already. I kind of roughed my way through it, and I'm really excited about what it has to offer. So thank you so much for joining me. Let's go ahead and get to going. Let's play this game. All right, for the people who have zero frame of reference for what Gùgōng really is basically it is a gift exchange game. What's going on in this game is you are exchanging these cards that are on these seven locations. As a matter of fact, I call it the game of seven locations. And you are trading them because this is kind of representing a bribery that took place during a certain time. And what you're trying to do is give unequal gifts. You're trying to give better gifts for lower gifts. And the cards are number 1 through 9. And yeah, you kind of try to outweigh each other so you can take actions in certain locations. And yeah, there's seven locations. One is this one up here where you're traveling. It's kind of like you're traveling across the lands, and you get to exchange chips for actions. Over here on the left is the Great Wall of China. You're trying to build the Great Wall of China. You put things until it gets to a threshold, and then you evaluate them and get benefits for that. You also have the Intrigue track, which gives you the tiebreakers, first player, and you actually get a spending action after you evaluate the Great Wall of China. Top over here, you have a jade area where you can collect jade pieces, and those jade pieces add as multipliers to the end game scoring over here. Right here, you have the decrees. The decrees give you abilities during the game. You must pay for them and unlock them. But what they do is they give you in-game scoring and they give you in-game benefits, and then sometimes towards the end, the other ones over here in the level 3, they give you end-of-game benefits for having set collection or fulfilling certain things. In the middle here, you may notice one thing right away. We have some new stuff going on right here. But this is the track. This is basically the track to the Emperor. You must get to the Emperor. And when I say you must get to the Emperor, you must actually make it to the Emperor. Otherwise, you cannot win the game. So you must move up this track, and this is the base game right here. You must move up this track and reach one of these spots here to actually win the game. Not just score points, but to actually be considered to win the game. Now, we have on the bottom here, which is kind of like a little bit out of your way, so you can't necessarily see all of it. Oh, my audio. I wonder why. Let's see. Hopefully not. Let me hear it myself a little bit. Sorry about that. Lord, Lord, Lord. Here. All right. The first hero. All right. So what happens in the game is you're basically trying to. Oh, sorry. Down here in this area here, you're trying to get boats. These boats carry little cubes down here, your little workers, and they travel along here, scoring points at a certain location if you fill them up. That's that. On the top over here is actually some of the stuff in expansion. So let me explain some of the things that are going on. You have in the new modules, you're going to have new things that are added to the board, and you're going to have sideboards. The one that we're going to be entertaining today is going to be the Summer Palace, where this is like where extra workers and maidens are on the top right over here. In this area, you're going to have a special card that allows you to do gift actions. So first of all, is that there's some new decrees in here. There's some that are actually mixed in all this stuff. this is a new decree, and this is one of the benefits that you would get. So at the end of the game, you would actually I'll just explain the board. So this is a special palace board, and you go to this area to get the majority of neutral workers to help you out. Jade, or you can get this like extra woman kind of meeple, and she gives you double action at that location that you use to play her. Okay, so she's kind of a special worker, and that is huge because now that you can get double the action, and that could be a card, your card action plus the location action twice. Okay, so that is huge. She's also worth 3 points at the end of the game. So very, very important. Definitely want to pay attention to getting one of those. That's not like a slouch. And you're gonna have that happen at the end of a round as well. So this is all going to get sorted out. Whoever has the majority, whoever has the majority, whoever has the majority. But at any point during the game, you know what, I'll just lay this down. I'll lay it down because it doesn't make sense to have it stand up. There's gonna be three of these at the beginning of the game. Sorry, there's gonna be three of these at the beginning of the game, and you're only gonna need to keep one. So you actually only you serve out the rest. You keep one like that. Okay. So if I have a nine, if I play a card nine anywhere on this board, I will activate any one of these that I choose. At the end of the round, we'll evaluate all of these regardless. So that's pretty much the overview of the game. I'll be placing cards and exchanging them like gifts, and then I'll be taking the actions at that. Now, how do the actions work in this game? There is going to be a top action, which is just a normal thing, and then you also have an action that you could pay for with your servants, and if you pay that cost, you can do a better version of that action. There is also a worker that's a two piece, but it's really just used as one, which is awesome. So it's a one, but it's evaluated as two, which is great. And there are other benefits you can receive, which are kind of come from down here on this boat area down here, but we're not going to go too hard on that. Um, how is my audio now? I just want to try to keep this volume out so I can. There is also a worker that's. Okay, this seems pretty good. Huh. You know what? Let me take this mic out, and maybe this is an issue. Let me take a mic out. See how that works. All right. Ah, okay. I feel like yeah, it might be an internet thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and just cut to this kind of. All right. So I'm just gonna kind of go to an announcement. Mike is a big mic here that I can just kind of talk to. It's a little bit more down, kind of not so loud, whatever. Okay. So what also are we paying attention to? There's a day phase. And then in the that's kind of where we play our stuff. We are trying to reach. I'm sorry, I should have said these are our destiny dice. So each day these are rolled, and we want to collect cards because we're going to be exchanging cards and adding them to a discard pile. We want to have cards that match these three numbers. Okay, so 1, 3, and 6. Okay, I'm going to put those just out of your sight because there's just a little gap between the top board here and what you can see, and there's just a little gap down here at the bottom that you can't see. But we need a 1, 3, or 6, and that will give us a little benefit in between rounds. Now, Ming is a set of AI cards. He is going to play a certain card each round. He's going to take the first action or top action each in the beginning of the round, and then there's a kind of like a Twilight phase where in the middle we'll flip new cards over and take the bottom action, which is a better action. And he's not worried about types of exchange of cards or anything. He's just placing things as he wants. He kind of just gets the actions, and he also gets the benefit of the cards from the actions. So it really stinks because he just gets like he gets all the benefits. He doesn't have to worry about workers as much as we do until the night phase, where he could or could not take an action based on what he has left, because he has to pay for powerful actions. Doesn't have to during the day. And he does have a couple cards weeded in here, and there's a process of how he'll deal with those. There's certain tokens he won't take. He'll just score victory points for. But that's my job to track it, and it's probably your job to tell me I'm wrong, and that's okay, because you're going to make mistakes in Gùgōng. There's a lot going on. But Hopefully you guys get an understanding what the game is, how it works, and I'll take any feedback along with that. All right, let's go ahead and just get to it. I'll kind of explain the game as I'm playing, which will probably be the best way to do this. Um, so let's just go ahead and get started. Now I have a set of 4 cards. Each game, actually, you can choose between the type of decks, but I want to just kind of give you an idea of what these cards are real quick so you at least know the anatomy of a card a little bit here. So let me just switch over, kind of give you anatomy of a card. So these cards have a number on them. They're going to be 1 through 9. And whoever plays, when you place a card, it has to be higher than the number that's already there. You can place it if it's lower or equal to, but you're going to have to pay for it in your servant pool of workers. There's a general supply that you have that's off to the side, but the general supply is what you're going to have this round. And the first round I have 6. Remaining rounds I'll have 4. And we're going to, you may also receive a benefit before you even play the action. Higher cards don't have benefits on them like this, but there's also some of the lower cards will have an extra action and or a benefit. So there's actually some new ones weaved into here, which is kind of cool. There's like a number 10, there's a 0. There's some really cool little cards in here, but I'm not going to go through every single one in detail unless they pop up. Okay. All right. Let's get back to it here. I'm just gonna don't want to go too long on intros, but I definitely want to main rise with the song. All right, let's not go there already. But see, here's one of the. I'll just kind of explain this other one too. So this is our track right here. Remember, I was telling you have to get to the Emperor. Well, now in these Gùgōng expansion, and I should pull. Oh, I just pull these out just so you can just see how many of these that there are in existence. They have multiple tracks now for your left and your right side. And why is this important? Because they have benefits on one side and things you have to require on the other side. Now, if you notice on the left side here, there's less movement, okay? Less things that are on there. That's because in order to get past this place, so let's say in the day phase, in order to get past here, you have to have at least 2 in this track. So you have to have two workers or servants over here in this track, like so, like that. Okay. If you have that, then you can keep going up this track. So you only have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Now, when you get here, your requirement to move or stay on there is you have to have at least 7 on this intrigue track right here. So it's you have to have requirements for each one of these. So there's actually a couple of those that are like that. This one you have to have a certain decree, things like that. This one you have to have certain victory points. I'm sorry, certain levels over here, that kind of thing. So you would lose some of those over there. Let's see. Yeah, so they have all these different things. Oh yeah, so you have to have you have to have a level 2 decree and a double worker, that kind of stuff. Now over here, this is cool because you get benefits. So this one you get a jade if you're on this spot. You get an extra cube during the daylight phase. These are during the daylight phase. So you just get these if you're on there. Now once you get up here, you have to pay a jade. All right, so this stinks. Okay, so you got to pay a jade. And if you get to the top, you get to the top, but every round, there's only 4 rounds, you would have to pay a cube every day phase. So every morning phase, which is just crazy. Okay, it's cool, but it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about. That's the thing that I find with this one, with the solo mode. The more things you add, it's a lot more to think about. So with that being said, that's just some of the stuff. There may be some new travel tiles that come up, but we'll talk about them as we go along. And then I'll talk about these decrees as we go along too. But with that, I think I'm going to start. Any questions before I start? Thank you for joining me on Sunday. I know football. I'm up against football here in the United States. So let's see. So I have a 3, an 8, a 6, and a 5. And I like to do this. This is usually what I like to do. I like to set up things that score me points. And I like to set up things that make me do less actions right away. So this is what I'm going to do. I have an 8, a 6, a 4. I do want a 6. I do want a 6. Now, in the beginning of the game, we start with 6 workers. These workers in our pool. We need to make sure we have enough of those to do certain actions and pay for things. Um, So I'll tell you what I'll do. This is going to make my life pretty easier. I'm going to go and put a 6 here. Now I can put the 6 here because I'm exchanging it for a 3. Now when I do that, I get to evaluate this action. So I have a 6. My 6 will give me a boat action down here. That's the first thing I can do. Okay, so that's not mandatory, but I can take it. Down here in the boat action, I would take 1. Okay, I'm going to pay 1, and what that does is it allows me to pay and put a boat on here. Okay, so I'm gonna put one of my boats on here. Boats have 3 spaces on them, and when you fulfill those 3 spaces, you can take them off at one of these areas here, and then you get that benefit. So I'm actually going to take the boat, and it says I can move 1 spot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's going to be my 1 action for there. And now I'm going to evaluate this action here, which says I can pay 1 cube and put it on the Great Wall of China, or I can place 1 cube on there, or I can pay 1 and then put 2 cubes on there. So I'm going to go ahead and pay 1. I'm going to pay 1 and then put 2 cubes on there. Okay. Now, why am I doing that? Because eventually this will fill up, and what happens is when it does fill up, it's going to give me 3 points if I have the most, and it's also going to allow me to move up this track, and I can decide which side I want to be on. I can't change that. Now, Ming will flip over, all right, and Ming is interesting enough going to place a card on the wall of China. This worked out well. All right, so during the day, okay, and he has no extra action on there. Why does Ming? Okay, yeah, I have this. This is the beginning right here, me doing the wrong thing here. I'm going to put this right here so like I don't make any mistakes there. Okay, so Ming will take one of his servants from the servant pool and take only the top action, the weaker action. Just he doesn't do that during the day. During the night, he does the harder action, and he doesn't really pays for things. So now we're 1 away from this triggering, which I could go back to that location, but I don't have a 9 in my hand. All right, let's see. I do have an 8 though. I do have an 8. And I'm also paying attention to this 9 over here, but there's no 9s in my hand at this time. Okay. Uh, let's see. Oh, Jen, your husband doesn't watch football. That's a thing to have. This should be down here. Sorry. Um, now I could go for this right here. Now if I place here, if I place down here, I get to put I could pay 1. Oh, I don't even have a not. See, I'm kind of up against not having these. Let's see. Jeez. All right. I probably want to do these decrees. Yeah, let's do the decrees and talk about it. Well, yeah, let's do here. I got 2s, I got 3s, I got a 1 and 2. The only thing I have left in my hand right now is the 8, 5, and a 3. I really can only go I can go anywhere really except for these 2 spots. Sorry, except for this spot. I don't have a lot of workers to pay with. That's the reason why I'm jonesing right now. Um, Wait, did I have 6? That's 2. Yeah, okay. Um, hmm. Okay, so I'm going to definitely just go with a regular decree, and that's a level 1, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. All right, so that becomes part of my discard pile. I'm going to gain because this is a 3. It has a little 1 on it with this little thing. I'm going to get um, one of these from my supply. Okay, and then I'm going to take this action. Now, what happens when you play this action is you have to pay 1 worker per thing that's going on here, and you have to pay the cost. Well, it's going to cost me 1 worker to take the decree, and it's also going to cost me 1 to place on the decree. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here. This is actually one of the new decrees. This new decree actually makes it so I can place on here one of my servants from my supply um, every day, once every day in the morning phase, which I'm going to try to use that so you can see how it works. And that'll be my investment kind of just to see how things work. I kind of want that card back though. Okay, I made chase after that card. Round 2 for Ming here. Okay, so Ming is going to, looks like he's going to take one of these actions right here over in this area. Okay, so what happens is he's going to evaluate where he's tied on, and the first thing he really does is just chase after this one right here. So he'll place one of his workers there in the daytime. That's what he'll do. Okay, he gets to place he gets to place one in there from his not from his from his supply. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so you have the neutral workers, and these neutral workers can be placed anywhere, but they can only be placed. They can't pay for stuff and take up. They can't take up slots for these types of things, but they can pay for anything. So these are really huge that you get these. So you can get 2 or 1 jade, and these are 2 separate spots, but in solo they're both the same. You also, like I said, you have this work over here that gives you double action. So that's what he's chasing after. Okay. Hmm. What happened to that card I just played? All right. Sorry, I put his cards right here in the middle. So me, what am I gonna do? I am going to. He has to play a card. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I forgot. Ah. Actually, his card too is going to make him place. So let me go ahead and put this on here. And he is going to add one cube on here. Sorry, he's got to get a boat started. He does not move his boat until to the nighttime. So that's the thing. All right, here we go. Let's see. So for me, I don't like that he has control of that over there. Makes me not happy. But I have to be honest with you. I have to wait. I have to wait. I want to get started on this track because I can get up there. I don't have enough. Lord. Oh, this is the difficult part sometimes. You have to decide, hey, what can I actually do? I can't go up this track. Hmm, I kind of shut myself out some stuff. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one here, this 2, and I'm going to place this over here, okay? And now, what I'm going to do is I will evaluate this right here. I'm going to move up on the Emperor track, so I'm going to move up, and I'm going to move this way. I'm going to move right. I'm going to try not to worry about this one right here. Although he's going to chase after me and go up the same track as well. So yeah. So what that does is it allows me to move forward 1 on this track here on the Intrigue track, and it's also going to make me the first player for next round. I was the first player to start out the game, and that's kind of what I'm stuck with. Boo. All right, here we go. All right, so he is going to place. Oh, this actually worked out well for me. So he's going to place in his special area here. Now, in the beginning of the game, they pick a special area. I can pick it. Okay. Now, what happens is because of that choice, it could go good or it could go bad for me. So I have to pay attention to like, hey, do I want him to place in the in the jade area where jade actually gives you a kind of an increasing benefit if you have more jade. So if he gets a lot of jade, I'm kind of screwed. Okay, he can get a lot of points off that. I do not want that. Um, so yeah, gotta watch it. Um, oh, I forgot to take this benefit. When I get this one right here, I get to move up. I forgot. I forgot. So I'm gonna have 1 jade there no matter what. I forgot to get this benefit. When you get decrees, you do get a benefit right away. If you pay when you pay the cost. I forgot. Some of them are gonna have immediate stuff, and then some of them are gonna have in-game stuff. And that one was move 1 space. So I'm good to go for a piece of jade. All right. So he's going to place in his special place. So that's going to be over here. Okay. And it's a 7. Okay, so he's going to place his special one. And when he places his special, he places 2 servants from his general supply. All right. So he's going to place 2, and he can go past that. And then because of that, he's going to have more than I do. Okay, so what happens if he has more than I do? And I want to make sure I got something right here because yeah. Okay, so he's going to have more than I do. When he does that, he is going to he's going to come off. He gets that benefit, but here we go. He's going to receive 3 victory points, and then he's also going to be able to move up the intrigue track. Okay. Now, if he had any intrigue down here, he would spend it. If he had, let's say, 7 intrigue, he would spend it for 1 jade. There's a conversion chart right here. Or if he had 1, he would at least spend 1. If he had anything less, he would spend 1 to get an extra, something extra from his pool, for his, sorry, for his servant pool. The losers get the benefit of keeping their stuff on there. All right, that's his turn. See, I could come right behind him and do that, but I don't. I don't have anything. Hmm. I don't have anything to pay a cost for anything. So let's see. I don't want to forfeit for next time. So this is what I'm going to do. Since this is going to evaluate in the night phase. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pay this 4. I'm going to switch this 8 with this 4. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I get to place this from my supply pool. So I'm gonna take it from my supply pool and I'm gonna place it right here where that lady is. The reason why I'm doing that is because I definitely want to take that action. I want to get that piece because I get that piece and I can actually benefit from the I can benefit from it where I get that double action. So I really want that one bad. And that would be my final action. He draws. What do you know? So he's gonna get that again, and I gotta make sure because I was like, oh man, I can't. I always forget the wall action. Sorry guys, I always forget the wall action. But if you get to place double, Great Wall, yeah. Main places 2 servants from his general supply on the pool without removing any servants from the servant pool. All right, there you go. So he is using them from his general supply, which, like I said, he's gonna basically tie it up. Did I put 3 on there before? I think I screwed that up. That's okay. So he's gonna tie it up. Since he tied it up and we have 2 and 2, I'm further on the intrigue track than he is. So since I'm further on the intrigue track, I actually break the tie, which is great. Did he switch out a card? He did switch out the card. I think he did. Maybe he did. No, he did. There you go. All right. You got to make sure you do these in order. So let me go ahead and do these in order. So he's going to take the uh, mask action, which is, um, yes, you're going to take the intrigue action. So this actually will help him out. He's going to move, and it's a tie. Uh-oh. What is a tie on a tie? Uh, tie and tie. There you go. If there's a tie, the bottom marker is considered the lowest one. If the he's actually on top of me. He's on top of me because he was there second, so he goes on top of me. Unfortunately, yeah. So it would have been tie. It's on the same track, the furthest on the intrigue track. If it's still a tie, then you put it on top. All right. Should have paid 1 extra to move 3 up. That's what I should have done. Yeah, he is on top. So he wins the tiebreaker. Okay. So he's going to put this on here, which will be his actual action. He will win the tiebreaker. So he gets 3 more points, which is going to be 6. He also moves up the track. Now he will get 1 jade and I will get 1 jade. Um, when we go to the day phase. This is evaluated, so he got that down. We can spend intrigue. When he does spend intrigue, he's going to spend 1, okay, to get another one from his general supply. I'm going to do the same because I want to have. Do I want to have more? Actually, yeah, because I want to. I mean, whatever, right? I need to make sure I have some going forward here to the next round. And that is the round. Okay, so that's part of the round there. Did move on a travel track. Didn't really address the Jade. Um, but yeah, it stinks, right? Here we go. Now we move to the Twilight. Now Twilight is a little bit different because they're going to do the bottom half, which is going to be more of the powerful actions. So they're always going to take the more powerful actions. So let's see. They're going to pay 2 to move 1 and move their. Let's see, 2. Sorry, they're going to pay 2. Where are you at? 2. What's that one? 2. Oh, why do I not know that one? 2. Uh, uh, he's gonna pay two cubes from his thing to move. All right, to move up 1. Okay, and then also move on the intrigue track 1. Whoops. All right. Then he is going to. I don't know why I just did that. I don't know why I just did that. Discard guy goes face down. Sorry about that. I just realized it. I was like, why am I doing that? Let me go back. Yeah. Yeah. You just flip them over. I know. I just made that total mistake. Sorry. All right. Okay. So day phase. He is going to pay 1, pay 1, and place 1 on the what's the name, on the bridge, the Great Wall of China. I don't know why I'm screwing that up. Yeah, Twilight phase. Twilight phase. If Ming has at least 2 servants in the servant pool, he removes 1 from his servant pool and places the second servant on the Great Wall. There you go. All right. Just want to make sure I get these right. All right. Flip this over. All right. So now he's going to move back. Now, this is a new expansion stuff. In the expansion, you can actually move back and it gives you benefits. Like this right here, actually, you move back and you can place 2 from your pool over here, your general supply, to put on these areas, which is pretty dang on cool. All right. Um, let's see here. So he's going to move back 1, and then he is going to place 1 from his thing here. And I have to really make sure the designer's in here. This one's a little tricky, and I believe this is kind of like some of the stuff they were kind of like mulling over here, as far as the rules go. Now I believe it goes like this. He is going to place in the area where he doesn't dominate just yet. Okay, so this is actually one area. So he's going to try to tie it up, and if he's tied, so he's actually going to try to make sure he wins this one, because I this is this area, this is this area, and he's not going to go for that decree. So it goes to, oh geez, I don't want to hack this one up. Let's see. I just got done reading this and I'm like, uh-oh, let me make sure here. Whatever Ming is, it's got matching gift. You may choose to score a pawn. Send him to the piers. Merce at the pier. If it's neutral, then the current day, it's Jade at the pier. Hmm. Now that I'm second guessing myself, I think he's gonna go to this one here, like that. Okay. And then, and the reason is like this is a kind of a decision here. You want Jade, you want the neutral workers, Jade, and then you want this one right here. So it's kind of like a weird thing if there's a tie with the Automa cards. It's a little difficult with the Automa stuff with that. And I'm sure that's all going to be figured out, but there's a lot of like which ones are going there. Twilight actions should be recycled. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's see. So let's see. 3. So he's going to place in his favorite spot, but in the night phase, he is just going to move one on his thing. So when he travels, he's going to start this board and go around like this in a kind of a travel circle and gain that benefit. So this one right here is going to be placing one from their supply, their general supply, onto their boat. And if they don't have one, then they just add it. They just add a new one, so they have a boat. Okay. Oh wait. Yeah. Wait. What am I doing, dude? Yeah. All right. Cool. And then that goes up here. Now, one thing I didn't say is that these things right here that you travel tokens you collect, they're face down. And what you can do is if he can't pay for something, he would use these to help pay. All right. So that's kind of a thing there. To help pay. All right. Notice I have 0 points, by the way. And then finally, oh, it's doing it again. All right. So that's going to be another one of these. So he's going to move. He's going to complete this one. And I still think he's going to move at the end. He moves at the end here, but I just want to make sure the canal, he moves the ship automatically once all three hosts, yep, regardless of his current harbor. And he receives an additional card the first and second time. That's what I wanted to make sure. So he's going to move and he's going to receive a second card. Now I'm going to make sure because when he completes it, he moves automatically. That second card comes from this deck. I'm going to just show you a couple of these cards from here, by the way. Let me go ahead and slide out real quick and move over to that. Okay, so there's a couple cards in these cards in these decks. These are extra cards that you can get. So your hand size gets bigger, and your opportunity each round or each day gets longer. Okay, so that's pretty cool because what you're doing is you're seeding your hand with optionally better cards, and the cards that are in here are actually better. Okay, and some of the new ones are in here. Whereas, like, you can exchange cards with someone, you can take cards from the discard pile. There's one that's a 0, and you get like double the actions. There's a number 10 in there, so nobody can take that away. You can do any action on the board. There's a couple on here. There's actually one where you can exchange bits from the mountain over here. So there's a lot of little things in here that are pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these, and he's going to take that card. So what that means is his next round from the rest of the game, he's going to have, pretty much start destroying me here. Whatever that card is, I won't know until the next round. But I'll find out very quickly. Hopefully it's not one of the new cards where he really gets some cool actions. Let's go ahead and go back. All right. Okay, so here we are. They did that action. They moved along the track. They are on the track. And that is all four. So now we move on to the night phase. The first thing we're going to do is check and see how many cards both of us have in our deck here that match those numbers. Now we're all going to get a extra worker for those that do match. So I'm going to evaluate his, but it doesn't matter. Well, we'll just explain this real quick. He has a 6 in here, so he has 1. He's going to get 1 worker. I have a 1. This is not going to work out well for me automatically here. Because once again, I believe the tiebreaker is on the intrigue marker, which he is on top of me, which is unfortunate. So we're going to move over to the next part, which is the card evaluation. So we're trying to find out how many cards we have matching. We both have 1 that's matching. Actually, I have a 1 and a 3. I get an extra. Sorry. Let me make sure he has a 1, 3, or 6. Oh, yeah, I actually have 2. Yay. Okay, since I have 2 cards that are matching, I do have a 1 and a 3. They match 2 of the Destiny dice in here. Since they do, I get 3 points. And unfortunately, I have to move up the track there 1. I was hoping to get that J, but neither one of us are going to get it, which is great. Okay. And then finally, our boats do move forward, but I'm sorry, his goes off. He actually got that benefit. Sorry. His boats go back. And then our boats move forward. My boat moves forward. And yes, potentially I could lose my boat. Like it could actually go off the board. So gotta watch out for that. And then we finally evaluate this one here. So he's gonna get an extra. He's gonna get 2 of these. and I believe he favors workers. Let me make sure again. Whoa. He favors. He will choose upon where he has the most servants. If he has the most servants at multi spots, he will choose where he has the most servants with a tie. All right. Well, we're going to evaluate each one. So he would get this one right here. These what he would get two of these. Yeah, he would get two of those. Sorry. I'm trying to remember this stuff off the top of my head. Two, four, six, seven, eight. Shouldn't have that. Should have two of those from there. And then these are tied. Okay, so if they're tied at the pool, I want to say it's intrigue attract again. I'm trying to remember this stuff off the top of my head. It's difficult. Intrigue track is the tiebreaker once again. So he's going to get this off of here. This comes off. This comes off. His may never come off, but I want to make sure. During the Twilight phase, make sure you reduce the number of pawns where he receives benefit. For example, if you have class 2 servants on there, he will not take the Summer Palace action. Okay. Oh, wait. It says if Ming has a court lady, he will use the next day phase. Okay, yeah, yeah. It says Ming may exchange servants and neutrals freely. He does not need to play. Well, okay, yeah, yeah. But Ming will take the special class action by moving 2 servants from his general supply to appear. He need not move his envoy backwards. So he didn't need to move his envoy backwards. Okay. Which I didn't move it backwards. Okay. I don't think I did. Like I said, once again on the upkeep, it's just a difficult game. Like with these new stuff. Let's see here. What does he say? My rules were wrong for that one. I had the game rules wrong for 1 to 3 player map. It's in the night phase. Only court lady scores. Oh. Oh. Okay. Only court. Okay. So Mercer. He had one here. Only. Okay. Only court lady scores. He Okay, so yeah, he would still get that. I would still have that there. Okay, that's fine. All right, now we move. Sorry, we're like I said, we're clunking through this stuff here. Okay, my rules are wrong. All right. By the way, we have a designer in here, so it helps sometimes to have this kind of stuff going on. So that way we can kind of work through it, and they can see somebody else playing it too, which is kind of important as well. It does help out. Honestly, it does. So this is going to go back here. I've rolled my destiny dice. I always do this out of order, by the way. First player is going to be me because it was me, and I went first on this track. Second thing is we're going to replace any of these. We don't because I didn't travel and he's already on a spot. We don't put one under him. And then we roll the destiny dice, which I have done, so you can see them. I'm going to place them up here. We're looking for 2s, 4s, and 3s. We'll evaluate any of the decreased things over here. I get I get to put one of the cues from my general supply over here. Definitely going to put it over there for the worker. I'm going to try to play a 9 this time if I can get one. Um, and and we get a total of 4 from our general supply. So I got 4 here. He's going to get 4. And this is the thing, they dwindle as the rounds go along. So now we're, oh, hey, there you go. Glad to have caught this on tonight. Yay! Welcome, Carl. All right. And we're off. Okay, so I only have these low cards, which is probably the worst thing to have. Now, if any of us were on this right here, we would get that benefit. So let's say we're here, we would get 1 jade if I did. Just so you know. So I don't have much going in my favor right now, but what I can do at this time is I know I need 2s and 4s. So this is the thing. I'm going to take this 4 and I'm going to play 4. And what that's going to do is it's going to trigger a couple things for me. So let me go ahead and do this 2 over here. First thing I'm going to do is do this 4 action, which is going to give me a boat action. I'm going to take the 1 action here, so I'm going to play 1 and then put 2 down on this boat. And what that's going to do is it's going to take these off. I'm going to activate this right now, okay? And I have to put it in a slot in here for a card, okay? So now I'm going to be able to draw a card off of there, okay? And I got a 7 for a gift. This is perfect. Okay, so I can start getting these neutral workers over there. All right. This goes in my hand right away. All right. And then I will evaluate this. So really all I need is 1. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 on there. So now I get to take this action. I'm going to put 1 on there. Okay, so now that I do that, I evaluate the turn. I take my 3 off. This moves down. I get 3 points. And I also get to move up the track. So next round I will get 1 if I'm there. Now I do need to pay attention to this jade. I don't have any jade at all, unfortunately. That stinks for me. All right, his action. All right, so he's going to move up the intrigue thing here. He's going to take his top card off, switch it out. All right, move this over. All right, he's going to take that out. He's going to move on that track here. But first, before he does that, he's going to move up the intrigue track, taking the first action, which is going to be moving up 1, and then also taking the first token. So he's going to be first player. Okay, now he's going to take this action, which is moving up 1. That's his turn. All right, I do have a 7 now. Things were not looking good. Now I have a 7, so now I feel good. I do need 2 jade to get up here, though. I need to start getting jade one way or another. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start pursuing this up here as well, hoping some jade came out so I can address it right away. Huh. This is one of the actual new chips right here, so I can exchange a card from this deck over here. That's pretty cool. I could start there and hope for a better card. Huh. I kind of need to start traveling or going to that jade. I'll tell you what, just for safety precautions mentally here. And I am restricted kind of because of some of the things that are out here. So I have to really gamify this one big time. What I'm going to do is play this 7. Yeah, I'm going to play this 7 over here. That's going to give me and I should be playing these down, face down like that. I'm going to play the 7, which is going to give me one of these actions here. Well, Mr. Howard is definitely going to be playing, moving back 1 on the track to place 2 of these. Definitely want those. Um, and then I'm going to take this action, which is going to say, hey, I have to pay 2 to get 1 jade. Well, I'm going to do that. Doesn't seem like the best action right now, but for some reason I decided I tell myself that was worth it. All right. How y'all doing this Sunday, man? How y'all doing? I'm a little nervous back here because I always seem to lose this game, and I have to figure out an engine for this game, and I always have not figured out an engine. But I love playing it. If you ever had a solo game that you like playing a lot, but you stink at it, this is it for me. Like I love this game, but I stink at it. All right, so let's see. He's gonna do a decree. Okay. So he has a general rule for decrees that goes like this. He is going to take the highest according to the round. So it's the second round. He's going to take one of these. We are in the second round, so it's going to be here. In the third and fourth round, he'll take from over here in the level 3 decrees. And he just pays for them. So it's the cost, which is 2, plus 1 to put it on there. So he's just going to take the topmost because it's he's going to pay the 2, which costs, and then he's going to place 1 on this one here. And what this one means is that you can take the intrigue action over here, and you can take the intrigue action once per turn, which is great. If you're all the way up here then you can start spinning Intrigue. This is just a cool one from the new one. And you can start spinning Intrigue and getting those benefits. So let's say you're high up there, you can start spinning it on Jade every round. So that's kind of cool. He also gets to move up 1, 2 on the track as a benefit. And that is his turn. All right. Huh. Now I'm really stuck. I only have ones, twos, and threes. So this is what I can do. Since I don't have a higher number, I have two options. If I have a less or equal number, I actually have a card that helps me with that. If I have a less or equal number, I can pay two of my servant workers to take the turn. Or I can discard a card, okay? Or I can just take the card and not take a turn. So I have to decide. What's the move, dude? What's the move, Howard? Because what's going to benefit me the most, right? Hmm. I really want to get my hands on that one, but I just haven't seen a nine yet. I feel like I didn't grab the right deck there or something. But I may not have. All right. What do I want to do? I'm not ready to go up this track yet. I think I'm just going to start traveling because if I start traveling, I'll get some benefits. And I'm not seeing extra workers, but I'm seeing opportunities. So I should probably just do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my extra card to my ability here, my best ability. So it's going to be, ooh, I do have this card though. Tell you what, I'm going to play this. Okay, so when I play that card, first of all, I have to decide what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is actually discard a card. All right, so I'm going to discard this one. Actually, I'm going to discard two. What that benefit says is I can exchange cards. Okay, so I can exchange a card from my hand to my discard pile. So I had to pay the penalty for doing that, but then I also had to switch. I'm going to switch a card. Make sure I got that. Yeah, exchange one card from your hand or discard pile with a card on the game board, huh? I could exchange one from the game board though. Um, I want to have eights. I know eights are great, but I just don't have a lot of range of cards to kind of like be like, yeah, I want that card. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one. All right, all right. And so if I exchange it from my hand, okay. Now I'm gonna take this action, which is the travel action. I hope I did that in right order here, because I just burnt through a lot of my cards. Um, yeah, I did. Um, I can start wherever I want. This is what I'm gonna do. Watch me get crafty. I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna start right here. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this on here. What does that thing do for me? It gives me a card from my discard pile. So I'm gonna pull that right back out. I'm gonna pull a six out. Then then I get to move one. I'm gonna move in this direction. And I get these two. This one is going to give me my boat back on there. And yeah, and then I get one from my general supply that goes on there. Now I put these on there face down, and I can turn those into a worker, but I'm not. I think that's going to be it for me there. All right. They're going to place on the Jade. Okay, so they take the Jade during the day, I believe. He takes jade during the day, right? He removes the cheapest, removes servants from his servant pool to buy the cheapest jade. Oh, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. This right here is supposed to be used on the first action of the round. His first action of the round, he would have done two of these. Yeah, two of these to move one. He'd have paid two of these to move one and one more on the track. Sorry about that. He uses this worker for that. He's supposed to do the action twice, and that's the benefit of it. Sorry about that. I just realized that. And then he is going to main removes servant from the pool to buy the cheapest, and he doesn't have enough, so I'm good. All right. Wow, he went through his stuff quick too. Um, wow, we are really both going through our turn pretty fast here. I am. I have a 4 and a 6. I mean, an 8 and a 6. I kind of want to be up this track too. I also get a 4 in my deck, which is good. Um, yeah. What's the move, right? I don't have enough to do this. But you know what I'm going to do? I think this is going to be my move. So I have to spend this right away. These two right here to convert. So I'm going to spend these two to convert. Turn that into one word. I'm going to take this 8, place it here. It's going to go in my discard pile. And then what I'm going to do is pay for this decree, which is going to cost me 2. Plus, I have to pay 1 to put it on there. What does this benefit give me? First of all, it gives me 3 points right away, which will put me at 9. And what it does is now that I can play a card equal. So if I had an 8, I can play an 8 and not have to pay a penalty for it. Just because I have certain cards in my hand, I'm like, all right, yeah, all right. There you go. How we doing? Okay. And then they go. I forgot to exchange a dang on card. I forgot to exchange a card. Okay. So they're going to play in the mass decree area. Okay, so they're going to play in the decree area. And in the decree area, they're going to pay 1. All right. And they're going to move. I'm sorry, they're not even going to pay 1. Sorry. They're just going to move up the track 1, and they're going to keep the first player, which is not important right now. And then that is their turn. Last turn for me. We both have 5 cards, so let's see. I have a 6. I have no workers left. I have nothing to put down there. Well, you know what that means. Uh, and I don't. Do I really want this? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this instead. I'm gonna do this over here. I'm gonna do the mountain action again, and that's gonna give me a 4. I'm gonna get 1 Q for that to my supply, and actually, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna do this instead. I'm gonna play the 6 here. Watch what I do here. I'm gonna put this 3 here. All right. And then I'm going to get 1 cube, which I have already, and I'm going to move 1 forward. What does that do? This one here gives me 1 for my supply and adds it to the wall over here. Okay. Yeah, 1 for my general supply adds it to the wall. That works for me. That is my last turn. Is going to be traveling as well. So he's going to travel, take his card and exchange it. And he is going to travel for 1. So he's going to travel up this road here, dink, and he's going to move his. Whoops. He's going to move his one. All right. And he gets 1 of these. Okay. So there you go. That is our regular phase there. We'll flip this over. He's going to take his night, his Twilight phase, and flip the card over, and he's going to take the best action. So he doesn't have enough immediately to do this, to move up the track. So what he's going to do is spend these two to give himself one worker extra. Pay those two workers to move his guy up, and also get one spot up the intrigue area. So I really got to watch this because it's getting close to being able to buy Jade, which will definitely not help me out. Okay, that would be that one. So then he goes next. Let's see. He's going to move one up here. That's going to give him one extra cube. Next, he's going to take the Jade action, which is going to give him an extra cube. Yep, it's one free travel step. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing this is just it literally, the cards on the top say what they do during the day, and then on the night it says what they're doing in that twilight phase. You just basically are repeating actions but getting different benefits. He doesn't have anything on here just yet, so he's just going to take one from the general supply. This adds here, and he's going to take the best action. So let's see here. It's going to be, sorry, no, he's not. He's just going to get that benefit. He is going to get one of his ships from the supply and add it. And now he's actually going to skip me because he's already in spot. All right. Next, he is going to pay one from his supply to move two spots on the intrigue track. He's going to move 1, 2 on the track. Let's see. And then he is finally going to pay 2, which he cannot, to move 1 spot forward. And I believe if he can't pay, he's just not going to be able to take it. Yeah, I believe so. At Twilight, if you can't pay, he's just not going to do it. All right, that's pretty much it for that. All right, so now we are into our night phase. What we're going to do is find out how many cards we have matching, add those servants to our servant pool. So we need 2s, 3s, and 4s. He has 1 3, so he has 1 3. He gets 1 servant for that. I have a 2, a 2, and a 3. I have 3 of them, so I get 3 servants. God, do I need those bad. I need them servants back bad. All right, so I get those 3 servants. Now, what does that mean? Of course, since I have the most that match, I'm going to get 3 points for that. And then I'm also going to get to move my guy up 1. I got 1 Jade, so I'm good there. All right, I got to pay attention to that because it's going to cost me. And if I don't get up there and skedaddle up there fast enough, then I got to, I'm kind of screwed. So I got to pay attention to that. All right, we moved. Boats move. Boats move. And then we're going to evaluate this gift area. And it looks like in the night phase, we're just going to, I want to make sure what the designer said was making sense here, because in the night phase, one of the designers was in here, so I want to make sure I do get that right. Pawn score. The pawns of the summer store get scored at the end of the night phase. At the end of each night phase, pawns with the most servants. Uh, okay, I believe it's just the pawns with the most servants. So this one gets resolved like that. And these two go right here. I've been playing it like both of them go, but I think I'm just gonna continue playing it like that because I may have messed it up. So let me just do it like that. I may have messed that up, but what I'm seeing is at the night phase you just evaluate both. Yeah, 2 workers or 1 Jade. You know what? Just to be safe, you know what? I'm gonna take the 1 Jade just because if I get stuck here, I don't want to have to pay one and I don't have it. Jade gets more expensive as you go along, so it's very important that you kind of buy it early. So I'd rather get it early. I also get this extra worker, so I'm kind of happy with that. I believe that's what it is. I now I feel like I'm second guessing myself. Maybe he was referring to the solo, which I have a little bit of alternative stuff going on. Oh, you know what? That does say that. It says the pawn with the most servants. So that is right. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Just had to correct it. All right. And the first player is now. Yes, we are in the third round of four. All right. So now we are going to play. I'm going to move that over. We are going to add some decrees here for the ones that were missing. I'm sorry, travel tokens, ones that are missing. One of the new ones just came out here, which will allow me to place over here for free from our general supply. But I would have to make it all the way back over there. And then any decrees. So I would, let's see, I would have in the morning phase, I get the place over here from my general supply, which I'm going to place there so I can get that worker. And anything in the morning phase, no. I think that's it. Yep, and then we get our cubes. So I have basically the rest for my supply. He has four more he's going to get. You got to make these choices, and I have three dedicated over there, so I have to make sure that evaluates. Hopefully there's a 9 in there. All right. Okay. So he's first. He's going to flip a card over. Oh, supposed to roll these die, Jeremy. 5, 6, 7. That's what it's going to be. 5, 6, 7. All right. So the first thing he's going to do is travel. So he's going to travel 1. He's going to exchange a card. Just travel 1. Move these over. Place. All right. He's going to receive 1 cube from supply. Then he's going to travel 1. That's going to move a 1 up on the intrigue track. So now when we get to the intrigue part, if we evaluate this bridge, he is going to spend 7 to get 1 jade. And by the way, sorry, he needs to pay 1 jade. We forgot to do this in the morning phase. He is going to move back. I'm sorry, he can't move. He moves back. I have 1 jade to pay. I have to pay the jade. You got to pay. Okay. Just want to make sure that's the penalty. If you can't pay, you go back. So you kind of get penalized for not being able to go back. Yeah. Just want to make sure. Stairs. Yeah, move 1 step backwards. And if you move 1 step backwards and you can't pay, you keep going back. All right. So you got to make sure you have what's needed here in order to move forward and stay on the track. Now I'm thinking maybe I just need to run up this track, which that's probably what I'm going to do this turn. Let's see. I'm going to run. I'm just going to run up there because it's only 2 slots. So I'm going to run up there. All right. And I need anything higher than a 4. So it's going to be a 7. Actually, I need a 4. But I only have these low numbers. I have two twos, a 7, 8, and a 3. Huh. I really got to pay attention to what I'm doing here. So this is going to be, or could I just wait? Can I wait? Can I wait? Let's see. What do I have here? All right. Huh. No, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do, see if I was over here, I'd make this trigger. Huh. I would make certain things trigger because I need them, but now I just want to get up here so I can get those points. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and play the 7. I just worried about not missing out on points here. So I'm going to play the 7. That gives me no other action. I could move up 1, but I'm going to play a 2. to move up 2. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Now I'll have 7 points at the end of the game for that. And then I also get to move up 1 on the intrigue track. He is going to place a card on the boats. So he's going to go on the boats. That is going to give him, sorry, it should be face down. Okay. That's going to give him a move up on the regular track here, on the path track. And then he's also going to place 1 on there. Okay. He's not going to move. Doesn't move. But next time he does, he's going to get another card, which is not good for me. And he's blocking that space for me, by the way. Huh. Should I really invest in that too? Probably not. But I do need bigger cards. That's the problem. I need bigger cards, so I may have to do the sacrifice thing again just so I can get bigger cards. Um, don't have to worry about the Jade anymore. At the end of the game, I should say this. At the end of the game, Jade increases in value. It reaches, if you have a certain amount, you get a higher value. So if I have 1, I get 1. 2, I get 3 points. 3, I get 6. 4, I get 10. 5, I get 15, and then you keep going after that. So it's not like Jade is like something you don't pay attention to. In fact, some people thought that the game was broken because of that, and that's not true. But yeah, people have pounded that one pretty hard when it first came out, and they were saying like that's you just go for Jade, probably because people didn't know how to play the game at that time. Let's see. I am going to. Huh. All right, I think I'm going to go for this then. With all that action that I was saying, I'm going to take this 4 and put an 8 there. Why am I doing that? I am doing that because you always got to ask yourself why you're doing these things, and I just do that. Now I could go backwards. It says I need to go back 3. Then I get 2 points for every card I have. I kind of like that. You want to do that? Let's do it. Let's do this. Be a little risky. Let's be a little risky. All right. So I'm gonna take the 8. I'm gonna play the 8 so we can get the 7 back. I really don't want to do that one, but that's fine. All right. So we go. Oh, what am I doing? I meant to play the 8 here. All right. So if I play the 8 here, I can play the equal one because I have this decree which says it's equal. I can if I have an equal, I can actually play this. So I'm gonna play the 8 here. All right, that goes there. Um, all right, so now I want to play. What was I trying to do that? All right, so then I do that. Now I'm gonna have to move back 3. That's the payment for this one. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I move it back, and now I got to place a cube on there, and now I get 2 points for every card that I have at the end of the game, and I'm almost super very sure of that. I just want to make sure because I think that's the one. Let's see. It's the level because I hope to God that I get that's the benefit that I get. That's a level 4 one. Yeah. Let's see level 4. Let's see decrease. Where am I? Why am I not over here? Let's see. Where are you at, decree? Palace, 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 emperor. Decrees and gifts do not. Um, I'm pretty sure that's what one that one is, but I'm gonna have that one at the end of the game. They're going to take another card, and this one is going to be the gift one there. All right, so of course they're going to move 1 spot back, Oh, sorry. They're going to exchange a card there. It's going to be a 4. All right. And then they're going to take one from the general supply, and of course they're going to place it there so they can get that going. And then that's it. Well, oh, if they're not dominating, they go to the one that they're behind. That's right. Okay. Let's see. So that's their turn. What do I have that I really want to use? If I play this 3, I can play any card that's on the board. The problem is that I don't have anything that would help me right now. So I'm going to have to beg for a card here, and begging for a card is going to equal me paying a card. Dig this. Dig this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this 3 so I can take this action. All right. Now, since I played a lower card, I'm going to have to pay a card. All right. Pay a card or pay 2 cubes or just do nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and pay this card. Now my 3 tells me I can take a card, switch a card from my hand with any card on the board or one from my discard pile. Huh. So it's probably going to be the 7, but I want to make sure. I want it to be a 7 or an 8. Probably want it to be a 7. How about that? So we're going to switch it for the 7. All right. And then I'm going to take this action, which I can do. And if I pay 1, I get to play 1 from here and then move it up there. Problem is I would have to come back and make this my final action. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pay 1. And the reason why I'm doing this is there's a reason for this. I want to put 1 on here of my own workers, and then I'm going to move it down. And what I do by moving it down is I actually move it past this boat. I can't share the same space with it. Um, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take this action again next time. All right. There is no more cards in the AI deck, period. All right. They are going to take the special action. So their special action is going to be here. We're going to exchange that. All right. Why do I have... What did I do wrong here? I did something majorly wrong, didn't I? 3. 1, 2. Have I not been exchanging my cards like I'm supposed to? 1, 2. I have 1 card. I paid an extra card. I feel like I haven't exchanged enough cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They should have exchanged 1 more card. They have 1, 2, 2 cards in there. Yeah, I don't feel like I exchanged enough cards. I must have forgot to exchange a card. Let's see here. This card is a special one. So they should have exchanged this one here. Maybe I did it twice. I don't know for sure. Okay. I think so. I should be 1 behind him. I think I got it right. Okay. So they're going to do this action here. Yeah, I'm a little unsure, but I think that's what I was supposed to do. I think so. Not 100% sure. I think I may have messed that one up. They're behind on this track. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm not 100% sure, guys, so I'm sorry about that. I was like caught up in it here. And then they're going to place 1 on top of there. And that was going to be here. So they're 1 close to doing that. Dayface Great Wall. He places 2 servants from his general supply on there without removing any servants. Actually, 2. Okay, That's right. He takes a special action. He does the night version of it. So he's going to place two on there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he's going to place two on there. And when they take the special action, they kind of basically get the benefit of not using the other stuff. So he's gonna take that. He's going to get 3 points. And he's also going to move up one. Okay. And then he's also, because he has an opportunity to spin Jade to get Jade, it costs 7 to get one Jade. So he's going to spin that, and he's going to get one Jade. He's going to get one Jade. All right, so now he has that one to stay on there, which is not good for me. Okay. That's not good. All right. I said I was going to do this, right? So I'm going to pay the 7. And when I pay the 7, it's going to let me play one of these, and I'm going to pay one right away. The reason why I didn't want to fall off, so I pay one. When I pay that one, I fulfill this requirement here. All right, so now I get my little special super worker dude. And the special super worker dude basically is a one worker that counts for two spaces. So there's actually a couple spots on the board where it takes up two spots like that. But I get to place it for a value of one, which is better. Okay, so that's a really good one to have. All right, I can only have one of those. So that's my turn. I don't have any more cards. He does. All right. So where is he placing? Oh wow, really? That really worked out for him. So he's going to exchange here, and he is going to go up Dallas. And guess what? He's first. That sucks. Okay, yeah, that sucks. Man, that was didn't work out well for me. I don't have any more things to do this round. He does, so he is going to flip over, and he's going to take a decree action. And since we're in the third round, he's going to choose between these two. The path of least resistance. So he's going to switch this out. And he is going to take. Hey, by the way, guys, thank you for coming by and checking this out. I noticed I'm kind of locked in here, locked in because I'm making mistakes here, and I'm trying to make sure I get the stuff right as we go along at least. Um, so he's going to take a decree. He's going to take one where he doesn't have to pay a lot. So he's going to have to get rid of 3 of these cubes to do it, and then he would put one here, and he's going to get 2 points for every J at the end of the game. So he's only got one right now, which doesn't do much, but hey, man. By the way, each day phase, he's going to have to pay one of his workers. It's not the end of the world, but I think that's it. So here we are, Twilight phase. So we're going to flip these over and we're going to evaluate him. He doesn't have much to pay with, so that's helping me out because some of that stuff's over there. It's actually both of us have a lot of stuff tied up over there. So now he is going to pay two to move him. So he is going to pay two. Sorry, what am I doing up here? He's going to pay two of his workers. One from here, trade these two to make another one, and then he'll move here. We'll keep going. I don't know how to evaluate this one, but what this one is basically flip over one of your things and take that action. So I think I'm just going to flip that one over. That gives him one cube. All right, and then you flip it back over. That's a really good decree to one really good travel tile to have because if you got the right ones over there, like if you have like an exchange for the pile, you got one of these, whatever one you have, that could be really beneficial. So, just like think of it like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's really cool, man. Let's see. Just want to make sure for travel. Yeah, and he drives additional space. I just want to make sure it should be two to drive an additional space. Yes, additional space. So he gets another worker from that. Okay, this is going to be ugly. He's going to pay one worker to move. So he's going to get another card. Dang it! Dang it! Dang, dang. That just makes his round super long, and he's going to score a lot of points. Dang it! All right, so he's going to get a card from this card pile. His turn's going to be super long. All right, let's see here. He's going to move back on the track. So now he's not on the track anymore. And he is going to place one of his down here. And I think he's going to tie it up. I think he's going to tie it up on purpose. This is one of those little sticky rules right now that I believe is being worked out. But let me make sure. Let me make sure here. Doesn't even care about the one that's tied. He does not have the court lady. He selects the court lady. All right. Whenever a player plays a gift, chooses a will not return non-scoring. Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure if it's tied, how the tiebreakers decided. Uh, uh, the entry track is the tiebreaker. Okay. So the entry track would be a tiebreaker because he's going to get this benefit right here to place from his supply, and the entry track is the tiebreaker. So I would get all these going, which I want these back in my server pool, by the way. By the way, hope I'm playing that right, but yeah, I think I am. So that's really good because now I can find a card next round that I can use and get double action, double the action on it. I want that. I'll handle that. That part's not bad. Okay, that part doesn't feel so bad. All right. Unfortunately, he is going to place. Um, he's going to move forward on the track there, the special bar. He's going to get that action, and then he's going to move forward. So let's see here. He's going to move forward on the travel tracks. He's going to skip me. He's going to place one of these from the jewel supply on here. And then Great Wall. So the Great Wall is going to be his spot. And then he will place two stones from the jewel supply on the top of the Great Wall without moving them. So once again, he's going to trigger this and kick my butt again. I feel like I didn't give him this 3 points. We shall see though. 12. Okay. So he's going to take these off. He's going to get 3 points. He is not furthest up the entry track. I get to spin. I'm going to take that and just get one worker. I get to spin. He gets to spin. He has nothing. And then that's it for that. Let's see. Finally, he spins two of his workers, which he can, to move up the track. So he's going to definitely do that. He's going to spin one, pay these two, get another one. Okay, he will spin those and he moves up the track. Finally, Lord Jesus, like I said, his rounds are super long because he's got all these cards now. So he's going to get a decree. All right, so decrees. He selects the decree as normal. Place on one server from his jewel supply on this decree. Um, hmm, but he doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough. Yeah, he doesn't have enough. Decree. He doesn't have enough. Decrees. Me selects the decree as normal and places one server from jewel supply. If the jewel supply is empty, he then uses servants from the servant pool. But he has to pay. Just want to make sure I'm doing that one right. Decrees. But he can't pay. So he can't pay. But on the Twilight, he uses the pre-action of the day phase along. Let's take a free travel. Oh, okay. He just gets to take a free travel action at night, which I just did, didn't I? Sorry. He gets to take a free travel action at night, which I think I did. I just wanted to dive in there because I'm trying to evaluate a couple different things at once. Okay, I think that's it. This is tough with this extra stuff. I thought I played it right. Now I'm like playing it live, kind of rough. All right, that's okay though. Um, yeah, I think I moved him because he got good. Yeah, this is a tough one to play solo live, huh? Thank you for sticking around. Thanks for coming by. Let's see. I think that's it. So let's go ahead and go to the night stuff. You have a 5, 6, and 7 as you move on the track. You have a 5, 6, and 7, which, by the way, hold on a second. Did he move? Yeah, I didn't move him. So you get this one. I didn't move him. He gets that. And then he gets to move forward on the track. So he gets to move forward on this track. I didn't move him. I just had to look at these cards down here to make sure. Yeah, I didn't move him. Okay. All right. 5, 6, and 7. That was a 7. 5, 6, and 7. So we're looking through here. We're going to move into our last round. As you can see, I haven't scored a ton of points here. So he has a 6, a 7. He has a 6 and a 7. He gets 2 looks. I have nothing. I don't have a 5, 6, or a 7 down here. Oh, I have 1, 5. Actually, I have 1, 5. All right. So he's going to get the points for that as well. So he's going to get 3 more points. As you can see now, the tides are turning on me here. 3 points. Plus, he's going to get to move his worker up. Since he can't move his worker up, he gets another point. And then the boats move. He doesn't have a boat, so he's going to get a boat and 1 guy from his general supply on there. Um, yeah, night phase. And by the way, I just realized this during the night phase, he's going to contribute 3 no matter what. I forgot to say that. Cards is matched during the day 1. Matching cards during day 2 are 3. Day 4 is 4. Yeah, so I mean, no matter what, he's going to have matching cards no matter what. Um, he's going to have 3 no matter what. Okay, so he's going to have 3 no matter what. Sorry. And then round 4, he's going to have 4. I always forget that rule. Always forget that rule. And that's going to give him the benefit anyway. So he's going to move up the track. Boat goes on there. Um, that's pretty much it. Actually, the boat doesn't automatically go on there. He just, if he got the boat action, he moves on there. All right. Jeez. Okay. And then we finally evaluate that, which I already did for some reason, out of order. I did it out of order, but whatever. Um, I don't know why I did that out of order, but I did because I evaluated. I had 3, he had 3, so then I took that one. Kind of doing things out of order. I don't know why. All right, I don't know why. I'm doing a couple things out of order. Okay, so now we move on to the fourth and final round. Like I said, apologize for these errors, man. It's pretty difficult here to make sure we get this stuff right, and I will not put that on the designers. But we have some prototype rules going back and forth, so please bear with me, and thank you for bearing with me. So we have first player. He's further on the track, so he's going to go first. Second, we are going to replace these. If anybody has any questions, let me know if you're in the chat. If you want to know more about the game, the experience is a solo game, multiplayer game, because this is a fantastic game, please let me know. Let's see. So, Gonna do that. We roll our die. 4, 2, 4, 6. How about that? 2, 6. Off to the side. We got a lot of cards, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lord. Whew. Jeez. Jeez. I really didn't take this to tree, and I really should have. I really should have. I wish I could get to that one, but I wish I had that card. There's a card in there that makes that action happen. Yeah, that stinks. I was just thinking about that. I was like, man, if I could get a card that would play that, that would have been, that would have helped me. So yeah, I was just hoping I would get that card. I just want to make sure I had that. I would have had that card. And sometimes you want the cards to do the actions for you, but I just didn't. All right, what do we got? We do that. We do that. We get our four servants for the servant pool. We did not. Four, four. I can do a lot this round, and I want to do a lot. I don't have a lot of points. I can get some more jade maybe. I need to get up this track. He's got to pay 1 cube. If he gets to the top here, let's see. I get to place one for my supply in one of these areas. Um, Anything else during the day phase? Nothing else. All right, we are good to go. I don't have to pay anything, but I do have to get up there. So he's first. I don't have to pay anything, but I got to get up there. Otherwise, I don't have a chance to win the game. By the way, the AI Ming does not have to reach the top. So to win the game, it just doesn't. Okay, so that's a thing. So he's gonna switch this out, and he is gonna switch a card. Um, he's gonna go back on the entry track and exchange a card at random. This is one of the newer ones here. Just want to make sure that he does that. This is a really tricky one. Just want to make sure I get this. This is the tricky one. Um, Palace Jacks. No, no, decrease. Okay. He's going to switch. This is a number 3. Move yourself on the entry track. Choose another player. Randomly pick a gift card from their hand. Then choose a gift card from your hand. All right. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to give him this card. It's going to be a 2. He's going to randomly take a card. What's that? Randomly take a card. Switch it. All right. Oh, so it just gets shuffled. All right. Okay. And now you'll take this action. You'll take the cheapest one. You'll pay 2 workers. Get the jade. All right. Dang it, man. That stinks. All right. Okay. For me, what can I take advantage? I could really press on for this down here to get 4 points. I don't know if that's a good choice of resources. Huh. If I have this lady in my hand at the end of the game, I get 3 points. So I'm just deciding whether I even want to use her or not. Okay, so let's see. I need to get back up there though. So that's what we do. What I'm gonna emphasize is getting this and scoring it again. But I also want to get my 5 points. So I'm gonna exchange this out. I'm gonna move up the entry track. I'm only gonna do it once. slow and do it once. Take the first player mark. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just pay another. I'm going to pay one more. So that way I can advance up to 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to try to score this so I can turn it, those three in to get two more. That's going to be my move. That's my move. Then I'm going to pay two. Then I'm going to pay two for this action here. As you can see, I'm trying to get up there fast. Yeah, there's not really much I can like really beeline to. So 1, 2, and then I get to move one more spot. Okay, that's my turn. Me, turn two. He's going to switch out a card, go up the track here. But first, we'll place one worker here and start a boat. Then he will move up one, and then he will not get the first player marker. That is his turn. See, my turns are going to be a little bit faster now because of what I can and can't do. I don't really care about the trade stuff. Now it costs three workers anyway. Um, I'm gonna pay this simply because I'm gonna pay this simply because I can exchange a 5. Huh? Do I really want to do that though? I do have an 8 over here. I do have an 8 over here. Tell you what, that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use this 8. This 8 is first of all going to give me a transaction here. I'm going to go ahead and just place one from general supply over here. That way I'm ahead. And then I will play my 1. I will pay my 1, and this is where my double worker comes into play right here. My 1 will equal a 2. Okay, so I'll do that. Put that there. Yeah, there you go. Yep, my 1 will equal 2. We'll do that. All right, so he is going to go to his special place. Move in there. And he's going to take the Great Wall. So when he takes the Great Wall, he is going to place 2 servants from his general supply. All right, still not going to be enough for him, and then he'll be good to go. Doesn't really pay anything. What they'll do is evaluate that. I get 3 points, and I get these off. These go off to my general supply, thing like that, and then we get to spend in order. So I'm going to spend my 3. I'm going to spend 3 to go back to 1, and that's going to give me 2 more workers. And I'm definitely going to take that my double and one of these back. Then he's going to spend 1 to get one of his workers. And that would be the turn there. All right, that's his turn. Unfortunately, that didn't work out well for him this turn, but don't worry. I need to score some points, man. I am not scoring any points right now, and that's not working out well for me. I do need to get up there though, so let's go ahead and holler. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of. What I could do is pursue this card. I could do that because it gets me here. I can sail my ship over here, and if I'm ready, huh? I could do that. I could do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could. Um, just want to make sure. I just want to check one thing here because where is it at? Let's see. I just want to make sure I have this on here. Hmm. Because I could place this here. And if I do, my one equals a double worker. That might be my move. Because that way I can place two and then automatically move. But I have to have the one on there, move, one over here, move. That's a lot of dedication. I think what I'll do is I'll play this five. Well, that's the thing. If I play the five, it'd have to be somewhere else that'd be beneficial. Gives me like that free action to move forward. Jeez, Jeremy, this is tough. Like to end the game is tough. You got a little bit of AP right here at the end of the game, simply because I have all these workers. I want to use them. Now I could beat this track up here. I'm ahead on the intrigue track. I don't really have a use for this three yet, so this is what I'm gonna do. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I have a three. All right, so I have this three. I'm gonna play it. That two helps me up here with the destiny dice. So all right, so I played the three. When I play the three, I can switch a card out from my hand with another card, which none of these cards are really that helpful. But which card will be the most helpful? I could. That's the thing, I could. The card I'm going to switch out is this one. I'm going to do it impulsively. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it impulsively, not even think about it. All right, so I switched those around. Then I'm going to take the action, which I'm going to go ahead and just pay. I'm just going to pay one to put two down there. One being this one, and then that one like that. So now I have three, he has two. Okay, pretty sure I can overpay, right? Yes. I just want to make sure I can go over. The double servant makes it so I do go over. Just want to make sure. Okay. I don't know why it's been what it says. Placement servant. Yep. Okay. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't even need to do that. I just placed one. I don't have to place. I don't have to do that. I can just do the one, so I get one back. So I would pay one, and I'd pay the one, and I would get two. So it'd be two and two, because this covers the first two spots. This covers the next two spots. Since it does cover both spots, then I gain the 3 points because I'm ahead on the track here. That's 18. And then I will also move my guy up one. So that, like I said, that kind of like did it all for me, and that's what I want. I want it to do it all for me, not have to do it on my own. So I'm gonna move this back, and I'm gonna spin that so I can get one more. Okay. My guy comes up. Then guess what I'm gonna do? I think this is what I'm gonna do. I probably shouldn't have spent that. I think I spend it. I come back on top, but I'm not sure. That I'm not sure about because if I come back, I'm not sure if I'm on top or not. Let's see. That's important though. Top part is very important because if it does, I would just do it again. Tie record intrigue. Whenever occurs, ties for instance resolve in the states. See, I'm assuming that it comes back that I'm on top. Just not sure because I want to do a double action. But that's okay. I think I'm gonna leave it there. So now we have. Yeah, he is going to definitely he's got this in control, so he's going to add this one to this one here. And it's going to be pay 1Q from supply. That's all he has in the supply because there's just stuff everywhere right now. That's his turn. Okay, where am I at? Because Lord, he is. Oh, whoops. And that's going to exchange. Forgot to exchange that. Okay. No benefits there. Okay. So I have a 6 and an 8 left. I can play everywhere where I'm at right now. I have no end game scoring things for my decrees. I could just try to pursue getting more cards, which could be cool. With my last two transactions, and get another card, play one more action. That seems like a good thing to do. I just don't know for sure. So what am I going to do? I really haven't moved this guy at all. Since I have a lot of workers, I could go for some jade. So I would take this action. I would spend 3 of these to get a jade. Later on, I could go for some more jade right there. Okay, let's try it. Okay, so let's try it. So I'm going to play at 8. I'm going to play a 6 here. Okay. And then when I play the 6, I get 1Q from a supply, which that 1 is going to be this one right here. The servant, the big one. So now I'm going to pay 3 to get 1 jade. All right. And then I'm going to do that again because that'll give me 2 jade. That's 3. And then I have 3 jade. That would be 6. I want to try to get the 3 at least because I'd have 3 workers. Yep. I could get that other 3 unless he takes the jade action. So let's pray he doesn't. All right. The wall. Okay, so during the day, he's just going to switch it out. And he's going to move up the track. He can't move up the track. He does get a point for doing so. Then he takes this action. He's going to add 1 from his general supply. He doesn't have it, so he has to add from here. I'm sorry, he doesn't have to add from there. And that is his turn. My turn. My my final turn is going to look like this. Because if he's going to use that, I'm going to make him pay for it so he can't pay for it. Or I could play here. Wouldn't cost me anything. I could just go for the general supply and evaluate that at the end of the game, and I would get an extra 1, which seems smart. It doesn't really matter. But if I take it twice, I get enough. Yeah, so let's do that. So I'll do 8. That might not be much of a difference, but I think it might be enough for me. Okay, so I'm going to get this 7. I get to take one from my general supply and add it to any spot I want, right? Now I'm going to place this worker here, and I'm going to do it again. Okay, so I'm just going to place another one here. I mean, that's that's it for me. Okay, so they're going to take another, and they're going to travel. So they're going to exchange a card here, and they are going to put on their boat, which they have to put here, and then they're also going to travel 1. Travel 1, grabbing a card from here, and if they get this one, I just think they get a point. Yeah, they gain a victory point instead. So that goes right there. They gain a victory point instead. So now we're in a dead heat. Let's see. Their final turn, because they basically run out of cards here. Oh my god. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, I must have not exchanged a card. I feel like I did it. Where did I not exchange a card for them? Because that's 6. This would be 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is their sixth card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I've made an error here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to correct it, I'm just going to go ahead and let them keep that card in there. Because that makes sense. Something was off there. I made a mistake. I forgot to play a card. Definitely did. And I have nothing left to play myself. That is all. Um, that really stinks because I really wanted to make that one impactful, but it did not end up being impactful. So now the verdict here. He's gonna definitely score some stuff here. I'm sure he's got a couple pieces here to do some. So Jade at night. Jade also just uses the J location. The J is allow him to take one free travel. To take one free travel and earn a cube. Now once he gets to six, he's going to exchange them for one Jade. There's no other workers he has left, so he can't do that one. All right. He is going to spend one of his cubes to move two on the entry track. 1, 2. He's going to move one. Let's see. His special, so it's going to be the bridge. Um, one travel, one free travel. So he's going to so he's going to trade this in for one J. He's got six. Now he has three. He is going to go back with one on the track, which doesn't matter to him, and it doesn't move me forward or anything like that. And he's going to place it on here. Now he's behind on all of these things, but it doesn't matter. I'll contribute here or whatnot. Path of least resistance. I mean, like that just doesn't matter at this point, other than like I'm going to get a Jade and he couldn't win any of these. Well, he could win. Well, he would try to win this if he was behind, right? Let's see. One, one cube. Oh my God, no! So he's gonna spin one, and he's gonna place. Yeah, dang it. Oh wait, he can't do it. He doesn't have it. He can't do it. That's great. He can't do it because he doesn't have the cubes to do so. So he can't take that action. And he's gonna travel. Can't do it. There you go. Let's see here. I want to make sure the G is correct. Otherwise, I pretty much screwed that up. Just spend to get J. Let's see. Pretty sure. Um, why did I feel like I just did that without even checking for sure? All right. So, that's what it is at this point, right? All right. So now we're at the night phase. It's the last part. It's the last one. So we have. He's gonna have four matches at the end of the last round. Third round, fourth round. He has four matches. So let's see. That's no matter what. Just no matter what. He's not gonna look at these the same way. But I. How many matches do I have? 4, 6. Oh, I know why there's another card because I'm missing one card. So I gave him the card. Yes. How many cards does he have? I must have gave him a card. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just lost a card of mine. I don't know what happened there. Was I supposed to have 6 cards? That doesn't matter much because he got him. He got it. So he's going to have 321 plus. He's going to move up one on the track. So it actually put him right back where he needed to be. And we're going to move the votes forward. He doesn't get anything for that. We score this one more time. And this has the most, so we evaluate it. I'm going to give a jade out of that because it had the most. I will remove these. And then we evaluate the one with the highest, and that would be the highest. All right, game is over. Let's go ahead and do the in-game scoring. So there's no in-game score for this, or this. But there is in-game scoring for this one here, which nobody has anything. For him, he's going to get 2 more points for every 2 J's, so he's got 6 more. That's 27. Plus, I'm going to get, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I should do this in order. Let me do this. Because when I do it out of order, this is what happens. All right. So first, we're going to evaluate the wall one more time. So first of all, he's going to get 3 more points. That's going to him at 24. He's going to take these off. He's going to get an extra point because he gets to move up on the entry track. Boom, like that. He gets 1 more there. And then also, we're going to evaluate the wall. He doesn't have 7, so he's fine there. And then I'm going to evaluate the wall, which I have nothing there. All right, so that's done. Then we're going to go to degrees. So like I said before, he's going to get 6 for this one. 631. I'm going to get two points per card I have, which was 6 cards, so I have 12, which put me at 30. Then we go to the track here, which is 7 for him. 31 is 38, and then I get let's see, I get 5, so 35 right there. Then per Jade, I have 3 Jade. I get 6. 41. He gets 6. 44. Yeah. 46, 44. Now here's the thing. I've heard people post their scores in Gùgōng. I don't know how they get such high scores. I've always had it in 40s, and I think 51 is the highest I got. So unless I just don't know how to play this game. But that's the final score. We added up. Yep, yep, yes, 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 yes. So really, the big thing with these things in the modules, and for the people who came back and forth and stuck around, awesome. I just want to make sure we do. So thank you so much for sticking around. But generally, the concept of this game is making sure you have a great hand management and set collection. So set collection of Jade, and in other parts of this game, which are added, you're going to be spread out a lot. So the hand management becomes a little more difficult. And for a solo player, this really takes a lot of like brain power, organization, to get this correct. Now, I didn't even use the special gifts which show up, and there's a 2 and a 4 and a 9. So there's 2s, 4s, and 9s. And when you do that, you automatically evaluate one of the pools you want. We didn't have a 9, so that didn't happen. But there's a 9. There's 9s. So yeah, it just didn't happen. Okay. But that's a thing. The other one is a peasant's revolt, so it's kind of a clank thing where you're kind of getting the peasant numbers up, and then everybody contributes a card, and however that's evaluated, you get certain things happen to you, which is pretty cool. But I haven't played it solo, so that's why I didn't show it to you at all. I attempted to go through this for a second time, and still making mistakes, looking at the notes again. But that's truly the solo mode. It's really good. It's challenging, even though it's set programming. But once you play it a couple times, and I had to refresh myself big time on this game, as far as the solo goes. But I really have a good time with this one. It's really worth it to me, partially because this is such a great multiplayer game, but it's a very good solo game too, especially for a Euro, being a weight Euro. This is one I can highly recommend, without a doubt. And the expansion only adds more levels to it, and it makes it more difficult, which I like. It keeps you spread out. With that, I think I'm gonna leave it there. You'll probably see this uploaded on the Man vs. People page. Trust me, I'm sure you're gonna be I made a lot of errors with the new expansion stuff. But that's okay. Hopefully, you get an idea and you made an informed backing decision if you choose to do so. And thank you to Game Brewer for sending this to me. And just thank you for your time this Sunday on Football Sunday. I'm Jeremy. Come see me next week because I'm going to be playing Donnie the Purple, which is on Kickstarter right now, next Sunday on the 22nd. So please join me at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time for another solo